All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. In today's session, we ended up taking one trade. It was a Mech trade. Again, pretty simple. It was about a 1 to 1.5 R. Yeah, so let's just hop right in. So coming into the morning with a bullish bias at first, right? So good morning, coming today with a short-term bullish bias. We already swept out both of my drawn liquidities of the day. So daily SIBI got taken and the 4-hour intermediate term low got taken as well. I would usually either look for this 4-hour BISI to get an inverse to target lower, but in this occasion we have a clean 830 open lower. So I'm expecting 930 to mitigate that, which is a 30-minute unfilled, and hopefully we get along to that. And after that, we'll most likely get off for the day, right? So again, we ended up tapping into this daily SIBI, and then we went to this intermediate term low again, and then I was like, all right, low hanging fruit. I would like to see this get swept and then go higher. Let's hop into the chart here. So a specific level that I was looking for was a clean level of mitigation, which was this 5-minute unfilled gap with this clean order block. Again, this was clean level of mitigation where we can bounce off of 930 open lower. And in this occasion, I was looking, there was a 30-second inversion. I was looking to long the 30-second inversion. This would have been A plus. I would have gone in with one NQ contract and then held to the A30. But of course, I did not get entry for that, and that is okay. Again, that would have been super amazing to get, but it's okay. Right? Price ended up going higher here. And once we closed above this, I was like, okay, like the drawn liquidity is clearly at this point in time the hourly fair value gap unfilled up here because we were so bullish, right? We were displacing higher. I was like, okay, like if we get an entry, I will look to take some long. If we get an opportunity, I will look to take some longs, right? I would have to see A30 get mitigated. Same thing on ES. So ES would have had to sweep here and then look for a long here to target this hourly unfilled, right? Obviously, we didn't get that. What did price end up doing? We ended up tapping the hourly right first and creating this hourly bearish SMT, which is right above the weekly opening price. So bearish SMT above the weekly opening price. And then what do we have? Again, we're tapping into a high time frame PD rate, which is the hourly. And then we have, again, equilibrium. We're in a premium, right? We're also above the weekly opening price. And what do we have? A 5-minute sweep of this internal high and then inversing this 5-minute fair value gap. Again, so at the 10 a.m., I'm expecting an open high into this 5-minute inverse. I want to see an extra confirmation just to make sure that we're not going to come up, sweep again, and then we'll go. Again, I didn't really need to see a sweep again due to the fact that we already had this internal manipulation where we tap, rebalance, we ended up sweeping again here, and then the SMT was still holding, and then we get that 5-minute inverse. But I wanted to make sure that we weren't going to go higher, so that's why I looked for an extra confluence, right? I wanted to see this order block hold, right? We wick into this order block, and then we close back in the range, tap it into this 5-minute. And what did we do as well? We also did create this 2-minute bearish SMT. So that was more than enough. After seeing that close in here, I was like, okay, that's most likely going to hold. So I put my stop loss right above here, this order block here, and I give this wiggle room. Although I wouldn't like to see that revisited. If it were to revisit, I would expect it to hold and then continue lower. So yeah, this was the trade I took. Pretty A plus in my opinion. 10 a.m. was opening higher into this 5-minute inverse, and we go lower to the 5-minute unfilled. Again, break even here. You're probably asking why am I going break even here and I'm not holding? It's because there's a 15-minute fair value gap there, and again, that is an area where price could bounce, but I wanted to see a full flush either way, and we got the full flush as I expected. So yeah, again, trade recap, pretty simple. Yeah, really nothing else to say. I've been backtesting a ton through TradeZella, and I feel like this trade was literally a no-brainer since I've been backtesting so much. It just kind of was like, all right, like I'm 100% gonna take this. There's no reason why I shouldn't take this. Again, we're tapping into a high time from PD ray. We are in a premium range. We have a bearish system too with the hourly, and then we inverse the highest time from gap, looking to target this 15-minute unfilled and 5-minute unfilled. Pretty A plus in my opinion. 10 a.m. open higher. So yeah, I'm very proud of this trade. Really happy that backtested all those hours and coming into the chart. It actually pays off, so it's really nice to see. What else? Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. It's pretty simple day, very straightforward. It was one of those things where we rally higher. I'm expecting a retracement, caught the retracement, off for the day. All you need is base hits, and something that I remind myself is that base hits add up, and that's all you really need. So these base hits added up really grateful for the trade. Really good trading day. All glory goes to God. And I'm off for the day. I'm going to journal, and we'll move on to tomorrow. Again, this week we have a lot of news events, so I'm actually happy for that and can't wait. And yeah, we'll see how this week goes. All right. With that being said, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, see you guys on the next one. Peace.